Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Code Niche. Today we are going to build a fun little game, rock, paper, scissors, using Python. It's a super simple project, perfect for beginners or if you're just looking for a quick coding challenge. So let's dive in. Okay, let's just first talk about the rules of the game. We've got 3 moves, rock, paper and scissors. I know you all are aware of it, but yes, let's just revise it a little bit. So as I was saying that we've got 3 moves, rock, paper and scissors. Rock beats scissor, scissor beats paper, and paper beats rock. Simple, right? Now, our program will ask the player to choose one of these options and the computer will randomly pick one of them. Then, we will determine the winner. So, let's go to the coding part and let's get started. So, yes, we will be using Google Colab for it so that you can easily share that fun game with your friends and play with them. Started. So first of all, I just need to add one code over here. That means the cell here. Now the first thing that I'm going to do is I will make sure that I import the very important module. Why am I writing module? Import random. So here this import random module will help me to access the important method which will help the computer to choose any one option among the 3 randomly, right? So that's the only reason. Now let's just press shift plus enter and it's gonna run the cell and there was no error. So that's why I'm getting this tick, right? Now the first thing that I'm going to do here is to create the list of choices. Why? Because I have 3 choices, right? One is rock, another is your paper, and the third one is your scissor. Right, so the computer will choose among these 3 options. So that's why I have created a list here. Next, I'm going to comment it out and I'm just going to say user input. Now, when I talk about the user input, I will take the input from the user, right? So I'm going to use a variable named as player choice. So when I talk about player choice, I will simply use input function in order to get the input from the user. So let's just give a message on the screen and I will say enter your choice. Okay, that looks okay. And I want a little bit of space between the choice and this string. So that's why I'm giving a space after the colon. Next, I'm going to use the computer choice. Why? Because we need to get both choices before we start comparing and decide the winner, right? So here is the interesting part, computer choice variable. Now, as we know, variable helps you to store a value at a time and that value can change with time, correct? So here also, I will allow the computer to choose only one option among the 3, right? So how that can happen, and that will happen randomly. So that's why I'm going to use this random module. Inside that, we have a choice method. Now here you will see we have 2 options, choice and choices. And we are going to use the choice. Why? Let me tell you this. If you want only one element from the list, so in that case, you can use choice method. But if you want multiple elements from the list at the same time, in that case, you will use choices. But here, as you know, we are only going to pick one value at a time. So one element at a time. So that's why I'm using here the choice method. Now I have got the choices from the player as well from the computer. Let's just see how exactly I can see it in the output. So I will say computer choice is, so here if you wondering, F means format string and I want to, now why did I use it? It is another way of printing your output where you want to combine a string with a variable. So here instead of using comma, using a string and then using a comma, then writing the variable name, I can directly use this format string. Now here I will simply say computer choice. Now here I think we are good. Now let me just run it quickly and let's see what we get, right? I'm going to enter rock and there you go. See, everything works fine till now. I've got the output from the player choice as well as from the computer choice. Now it's time for us to do the fun part. Now what exactly is that? Deciding the winner, right? So I'm going to say decide winner. Now let's just get started. See, if I want to compare 2 values, we know we will be using if conditional statements, right? So the first condition that I need to check, which will help me to stop the game as soon as the choice of the player as well as the choice of the computer matches. So if the choice of player is equals to computer choice, I will just say this. It is a tie, right? It is a tie. So here this is the first condition. Now I have multiple conditions to check, right? So in that case, instead of writing multiple if conditions, it is better to write elif, right? Now here I'm going to say for the first one that if player choice is equals to rock, right? Now I want to check that if player has chosen rock, what exactly computer should choose so that the player can defeat the computer, right? So here I will simply say computer choice is equals to, so whom rock can defeat? Rock can defeat scissor. So I will simply say if computer choice is scissor, just quickly print one stub for me, which is going to be, oh, I don't need this right now. I don't want this particular format string here. I will simply say player wins. Just in case if you want to write the name or if you're taking the input from the user as their name, so in that case you can use a format string. So player wins. And what exactly happened? I just wrote there that rock beats scissor. Okay. So here is one thing, but there can be another scenario that what if computer chose paper? What will happen? In that case, I need a else statement and I can simply say that computer wins. Computer wins. And how did it won? It won by choosing the paper. So I will say paper beats rock. So here we go. The first condition done. Let's move to the next one. Again, I need to make sure that I add elif. Now here I will again say if player choice. Okay, I can see there is an error with my this part. So player choice. If the player choice becomes equals to now rock and paper. Now let's move to the paper part. So here it is. Again, I will make sure. I will simply check that what paper can defeat. Right? So what exactly paper can defeat? Paper can defeat rock, correct? So I'm going to use rock here because I want to print that statement, right? That player wins. So here it is, player wins. And who is doing paper paper beats rock, right? Now, of course, we can have another scenario where computer can choose scissor. So what will happen? We will simply say this part, think your computer wins the game, where what exactly happened? Scissor beats paper, right? If I'm not wrong, so let me just have a quick look at it. Computer wins, scissor beats. Okay, computer wins, scissor beats. I think giving it a comma will be much better option. Wins and computer wins, scissor beats paper. Okay, now let's move for the last condition, which is your elif. If the player choice is equals to scissor. Now, what scissor defeats? What can scissor defeat? Scissor can defeat computer choice if the computer choice is equals to paper, exactly. And then I'm just going to say print player wins. And what exactly happened? Your scissor just defeated beats paper, right? Else again, we have negative scenario 2, that in this case, computer wins and, okay, so scissor got rock beats scissor, right? Now, there are some mischievous players. What if they don't enter the correct input, right? They don't enter rock, paper, scissor. How about they enter lizard? Then what should happen? In that case, we can directly give it the else saying, what? Enter the, oh my God, okay. Enter the valid input and try again. Okay. All right. So I think it's fine till here. You can use double inverted comma. It's totally up to you. I am used to use the single, but yeah. Okay. So let's just run it and let me have a look at it. Player choice, scissor, paper. All right. Okay. Rock. Okay, so here it is. See, rock and scissor, and rock beats the scissor. Now I want to run it one more time and let's see what happens. Suppose I write it like this. Okay, see what exactly happened here. I have entered, although it is a rock, but it's not matching the input that we have given. So in order to handle this, what we can do, we will have to come here in player choice, and I will use lower method to handle this input. Right? So what exactly will happen? No matter what you enter now, it will be convert. Obviously, it should be rock, paper or scissor, but it can be in total capital letters. It can be in a camel case letter, whatever it is, it will be converted into the lower. Now, suppose I want to write something like this. Let's see what we get. So here it is. See, it got converted and then it is paper and rock. So of course, paper beats the rock. So this is how I created a really easy and simple rock, paper, scissor game. So here, this is the one. You can also try it and let me know how it was in the comment section. Yes, but before going and leaving this video, I will give you a test. Okay, in the description box, you will see a quiz. Just attempt it and let me know what was your score. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video with another amazing basic project of Python.